people voted for it. A lot of people voted for this.
Did.
So, I mean, and it passed. Yeah. So it's obvious that people are tired of this happening. But, I mean, at this point, I feel like somebody got to come in there and run California. Because I think California is being ran into the ground.
Prop 36 would roll back changes to criminal laws in California that were made by voters a decade ago. In the year 2014, California voters passed Prop 47, downgrading a bunch of drug and theft crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. Prop 36 would reverse many of those changes. Right now, California laws make it a misdemeanor to steal property worth $950 or less. Under Prop 36, that crime would become a felony if the offender had 2 prior theft convictions. It costs money to put people behind bars. The state's fiscal analysts figure we're talking tens or possibly hundreds of millions of dollars more a year to house people in state prisons if Prop 36 passes.
It's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. When you keep lowering the bar, this is what you get.
Yeah.
You get like, so for example, before, were people stealing stuff? Yeah, but they weren't stealing it in giant groups of people and then walking in there stealing. Literally, there's videos of people literally stealing racks.
Yeah.
Racks from stores with confidence. Some of them aren't even wearing masks.
Most of them are.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying that, lock up people and throw away the key if they did some petty theft. Like, okay, everyone makes mistakes. That's understandable. But at the same time, there needs to be some accountability. What are you expecting if you walk in there and steal it? Like, I don't know anyone that says, okay, I'm going to steal it and I don't think anything's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, there's not a chance of you getting in trouble. Like, you know what you're doing. If you're walking in there, you're stealing, you're robbing, there's a consequence to it.
So that's the thing. Like, there's something has to give. Either stores leave or businesses leave, which I know some did.
A lot did. And
then you have people complaining. Granted, the people complaining aren't the same people normally doing the retail theft. I get that, but they're like, yeah, where do we go now? All the businesses are leaving. I'm sorry, but tell your nephew and cousin to stop stealing. Like, what are you doing? It's not that, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me. And I get the fact that they're like, okay, well, we have overcrowded prisons or jails, so we've already been thinking about taking it easier on nonviolent offenders, which I'm for. But the problem is, this happens other places too. Like, this happened in Baltimore, I believe it happened, where they had a new mayor, and the mayor is very soft on crime. And because he's soft on crime, there's a lot more crime, and that's saying a lot for Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know. This is not what I get paid for. I don't know what the solution is, but I'm gonna pay to figure this stuff out. But I don't think the solution is to just. Obviously, they tried lowering the crime or lowering the penalties, and it hasn't worked. So something different.
I mean, people voted for it. A lot of people voted for this.
Did.
So I mean, and it passed. Yeah. So it's obvious that people are tired of this happening. But I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna be completely honest. I feel like somebody got to come in there and run California, because I think California is being ran into the ground. I'm sorry. It's just there's so many people moving. They're all moving for a reason. It's like unlivable for a lot of people. It's way too expensive. Just crime and just everything else that's happening. Some of the laws are kind of weird. I don't know. They gotta get it together.
It's a case study in poor politics, poor government leadership, and so hopefully people take heed to this, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So, I don't know. It'll have to turn to a wasteland before.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best solution, number one, is prevention. So, you got to keep people from wanting to steal.
Yeah.
Other big part about it is, I mean, there's some economics involved in it. So, they got to find a way to make California more livable for people. Yeah. So I don't know what it would be. Maybe it's lowering taxes. I know that they're a highly taxed state.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that. Maybe it's just being more business friendly. Maybe it's offering more incentives. Maybe it's, I don't know, moving more plants there, getting people more work. I don't know what it is. But they need to figure it out, because California is too big to be going down this far.
Yeah, it was all good ideas. And, this is San Francisco specifically. No, maybe not. But I know a lot of the videos are from San Francisco for some reason. I don't know why San Francisco was so heavily hit by this, but as far as all the retail thefts, I think most of it happened in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it was like the Bay Area?
The Bay Area, I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, guys, I'm going to say that this is a good decision. I think this is definitely a step in the right direction. You're not all the way in the right direction. You got to go further. You got to tilt more. But, this is definitely in the right direction. And hopefully California just starts laying down the law on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, we can hope. But with that governor, I don't know about that one, buddy. He's an interesting guy. But yeah, I think this proposition is a step in the right direction. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, things get better. So, yeah.
All right, decision makers. If you think the law is good, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think the law is bad and they're just locking people up, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, don't get locked up in California.
Period.